Star Trek had relationships and conflict among the relationships and stories that involved humanity and philosophical questions, which were dramatized at their best. Star Wars was special effects. Was ILM at its best. First of all, Star Wars is derivative of Star Trek by, what, 10, 15, 20 years, something, whatever it was. Derivative. Okay? The only thing they had was our special effects, as good as they were. God knows what those actors look like in reality with all those special effects. I mean, there's no telling what ILM did for those faces and those hairdos. They may have walked around with nothing on, and they got clothed by and made up by ILM. We don't know. We don't know what they were like. There's no question that we puny humans on Star Trek facing that cold camera every day were exposed to a far greater degree.
Well,
in all our human.
Yes, you had to wear actual clothes.
Yeah, and tight fitting after lunch. No, there's a big difference. I don't know. There's a big difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. And with J.J. Abrams piling on the special effects now, I would say that there is a resurgence of Star Trek in a big movie frame that supersedes Star Wars. So on every level. Now, look at that. I've just discovered something. Not only was the television show more humane and dealt with more human principles and things like that than Star Wars, but now Star Trek has got even more special effects than Star Wars. So Star Wars has nothing to stand on. Princess Leia, as beautiful as she was, and as wonderful an actress as she is, can't compare to the marvelous heroines we had on Star Trek. I'm not saying that the pretty girls, and they were prettier than the girls on Star Wars, absolutely. I'm not saying that that's just the only thing that Star Trek is better than Star Wars. I'm saying the stories were better.
And then would you run off with Princess Leia?
Absolutely.
Leia. Sorry. Leia.
Absolutely. That would be the perfect union of Star Wars and
Captain Kirk and Princess Leia run off into the sunset
together. And into the sunset.
In her harem outfit.
Pursued by
Chewbacca.
So much for that subject.
Okay.
What else you got?
Okay. So, but you've heard this whole thing with William Shatner and how he's created this Star Trek versus Star Wars. If he was sitting here right now instead of me, what would you say in lieu of this whole challenge that he's put up against Star Trek versus Star Wars?
They're not in the same league. I mean, they have the word star in the title.
True.
And there's a space travel, right? Where do they go to? I don't really... Klingon?
Larnar.
It just sounds like a laundry detergent. They don't have... All the stuff we had was... You'd never seen it before. Now, show me a special effect. Maybe they're just their effects. They're not called special effects.
Or
in the
affects,
case of...
in the case of him.
Yeah, in the case of just him. And also, they've been syndicated. And to be syndicated is actually physically painful. Now he's saying we're all naked in the show because they can draw bathing suits. Really? I don't think so. I had the metal bikini. By the way, Bill has borrowed it. I want to see him in his clingy outfit again. We should have like a costume loft.
You do the metal bikini, and he get back into that sausage outfit.
Well, if you wore that outfit, those are the outfits you would wear to a Sarah Palin roundup.
A teabagging.
And I hear that Cheney likes Star Trek. So that right there. And he's had a kidney stone, right? Get this, that he sold for $75,000. Now keep in mind, this is an item that one would have, it comes out of the person's,
Penis?
what? Well, penis ultimately, yes. And that to me has never been something erotic. Oh, is that out of William Shatner's penis? Did it finally come out? Oh, great.
So did you see he also wants to just ride out into the sunset with Princess Leia?
I mean, there are no sunsets in Star Trek. They couldn't afford it in their budget. Not that this is a big deal, but our merchandising is so much better.
Definitely.
And my space buns, they're so much better than Nimoy's ears. No, George allowed Bill to one day be in the Darth Vader costume and do the breathing and everything. And I've never seen anyone so excited. He couldn't do it. He used to ask, for line changes when you never see his face, right? So here's the thing. If you see Bill Shatner, call him Han Solo. Just...
Carrie Fisher. Skinny little Carrie Fisher. What is she, 39? I'm a lot older than that. Wait till you're my age, Carrie Fisher. See how much weight you gain. This isn't weight, this is muscle. I mean, look at that. That's a muscle. What do you got? Skinny little pipe? Legs? And as for sunsets, that wasn't a sunset. I asked you to walk into the sunrise. There's hope there. You don't have any hope, sunset, because you were on Star Wars. Star Trek is sunrise. And yes, I did beg and grovel and was at the producers' feet in order to play Darth Vader. They got this big, heavy-voiced guy. I was going to play Darth Vader. Hi, like this. I am your father. It would have been sensational, but no, they wouldn't have me. And, talking about special effects, it's true. Star Wars did have the best special effects. In fact, everything about Star Wars was special effects. It was great special effects. I envied the special effects. The only thing is, you guys forgot about story. Story and character and plot development. Those kind of basic things. And as for you in the bikini and me in my original costume, I don't know whether we're ready for you in a bikini. My costume was made of stretch material, so there wouldn't be any difficulty in giving it a little push here and there for me to go into my original wardrobe. But you in a bikini now needs a little more than push and pull. It needs a lot of uplift. See you, Carrie. First of all, Star Wars is derivative of Star Trek. Derivative.
They're not in the same league. I mean, they have the word star in the title, and there's a space travel, right? Where do they go to? I don't really... Klingon? It just sounds like a laundry detergent. Now he's saying we're all naked in the show. Really? I don't think so. I had the metal bikini. By the way, Bill has borrowed it.
Carrie Fisher. Skinny little Carrie Fisher. This isn't weight, this is muscle. I mean, look at that. That's a muscle. I don't know whether we're ready for you in a bikini. It needs a lot of uplift.
Fellow star folks, cool it down and shut your big wormholes. Each is wonderful in its own special way. So if you don't knock it off, you'll soon start seeing images like this one on the net. What's needed today, now more than ever, is star peace. For there is an ominous, mutual threat to all science fiction. It's called Twilight. And it is really, really bad. Gone is any sense of heroism, camaraderie, or epic battle. In its place, we have vampires that sparkle and moan and go to high school. Now, I'm not above mixing in a little sex appeal to spice up the fantasy. But sci-fi fans, be warned. There are no great stories, characters, or profound life lessons to be had in Twilight. No, in Twilight, the only message that rings through loud and clear is, does my boyfriend like me? Let us band together to combat this mutual threat. On my part, I've written to some friends, hoping they could help us rid the world of this vampire menace. Buffy, Blade, it's up to you now. So, star friends, let us all just live and let live, long and prosperously. And may the Force be with you, always. Fellow star folks, cool it down and shut your big wormholes. Each is wonderful in its own special way. So if you don't knock it off, you'll soon start seeing images like this one on the net.
No, 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 George. You're the greatest threat to equanimity, peacefulness. You've carried on a feud for all these years. You can't just dissolve it in a matter of words. Retribution must be paid, George. I need retribution.